You can't like walk in the day and just not look at the table. Of course, you just look once in a while and you keep it like for yourself. And I know I don't know, but I'm sure the players does it well. They feel the tense, but this is the part of the game. This is where you feel alive.
First of all, how big was the relief earlier this week in perhaps the shortest game you've ever played? But how big was the relief after the 6 minutes were gone?
There's many part of that relief. First of all, the day before we trained, the 6 minutes felt like 30 minutes. So we were like, okay, it's gonna be like long 6 minutes. But when you step into the game, it was like 2 minutes and the game was finished. It was much, much faster than expected.
Yeah, well, of course, those points, you needed them badly because I read the conversation you had earlier this year when you came here, you said something along the lines of, it would destroy my heart if I would relegate with this club. Does it still feel the same for you? That it would feel like kind of a humiliation to experience a relegation?
Of course it is. It's a touch on the heart. You know, I'm not sitting here and try to please the fans. This is about your personalities and your personal experience about football. It's about, you know, you have a family at home, but you still wake up in the morning to fight for first of all your family and the club, and that's the hard part. So I rather talk of the positive things, and I'm sure that we're gonna stay in the league. This is no doubt. I mean, if some reason this doesn't happen, I can look at myself in the mirror and say I gave it all. But this is not enough. I really want to stay, and that comes from the heart as well.
Obviously. In that perspective, how big of a difference did the win in Arnhem make? Because most of the time, also people on television, they said, well, Sparta will probably get those 3 points, but now that you really have them, how much of a difference does it make mentally, especially after that, you know, the disappointing loss in Sittard earlier?
Of course, it was a really big relief. We came from 2 losses in a row, and it's important to get the positive environment back in the dressing room. And I think this one was like a big relief. And now we are back on track. And I am sure the loss last week was once in a while, and that will not happen in the last 5 games.
Yeah, of course, you've been here now for half a year. And of course, when you came, there were obviously a lot of questions about your health. People looking up how many games did you play the last few years. Obviously, you didn't play as much as you would have wanted. Of course, how does it feel now to play more on a regular basis and really, I guess, feel like a real football player again, playing meaningful, playing in meaningful games?
Yeah, I mean, that's really nice. That's really, really nice to feel alive again, to feel that I'm back in shape. And for every game, I feel better and better. Obviously, sometimes it's difficult to play in our home pitch, but we will fight for the points. It's not moment to look at the individual. We need the points to stay, and then they can look for next season to maybe play or whatever they decide to do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but for you then, to just speak a little bit about the personal part, I think it must have been mentally challenging the last few years, not playing a lot of meaningful minutes in the first team, but now to really play a part in this case, preventing relegation. Yeah, like you said, you must feel alive again, right?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, when I went to Nice, they stopped the league because of the COVID. I cannot say I feel bad because many people died. So yeah, of course I feel bad for the people who died, but for personal perspective, but that's the part of the game. You never know what can happen. So yeah, unfortunately this happened, and that made that I couldn't play the games that were there. But I can only look forward, and I can just say that I'm really, really happy that I came here, and I am 100% sure this was the right choice.
Yeah, I can also imagine, especially, you know, with the difficult times perhaps in Rome, that it may make you mentally more tough and perhaps also better suited to play in these relegation games, right? Because you know the pressure, because you've been in some tough times, that you will maybe fight the extra more percent for those last few games.
Yeah, I mean, from my experience, it's just to give all of the experience that I have. I obviously come from good clubs, and for that I need just to speak, even though they think who is this guy who just come and speak and think he is the best? No, not at all. If people know me personally, they know I just want to win, and I do everything to win, and of course keep the club where it belongs. So for that case, if that means that people can shout at me and say whatever they want, but that's the game, you know. I try to give my positive energy and my experience, And we just need to keep fighting together.
Yeah. Well, this upcoming weekend then, first up is Twente in one of the last 5 finals, you could say. A difficult game, but right now it doesn't matter who you're playing, right? You have to get the points somehow. Is that the mentality? Doesn't matter if someone is high up on the table or whether it's like a team like Fortuna or Pax Volle, it doesn't matter. We need to get the points.
I think every game is a final. It has their own life. And I know for sure that they will have a tough time. We are ready. We can see after we won against Vitesse that there is no energy in the team, and I have a really good feeling that we will do a good job. I mean, we will go there for the 3 points. If we don't have that mindset, we can just stay home. So obviously we will go for the 3 points, but if it means we get 1, we will take the 1 point. But we will fight for the 3, of course.
Yeah, because lastly, I mean, for a while you were always 18th with 2 more games to play. Well, now you had the game against Fortuna and against Vitesse. You're not 18th anymore. Does it make any difference mentally, or don't you look at the table at all? That doesn't matter whether you're 18th or 16th. Doesn't it make a difference?
I mean, you can't like walk in the day and just not look at the table. Of course, you just look once in a while and you keep it like for yourself. And I know I don't know, but I'm sure the players does it well. They feel the tense. But this is the part of the game. This is where you feel alive. And yeah, what can I say? This is a part of football. We just need to go out and do our best, and let's see how far it will go.